YouTube? Hope you're all okay. This is Spider-Man back. Hope you're all doing alright. Alright, so today we're going to talk about one of the things you want to deal with when you're going from poverty, like financial ruin to for abundance. Like one of the traps you want to avoid when you're going from when you're transitioning from one life to another, you want to avoid this trap. Now, the trap I'm talking about is greed. Now, it might seem like there's this big disconnect between being poor versus being rich. It might seem I don't know how to put it. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. It might seem it's better to be one than the other, but in actuality, it's no, don't say that. That's not what I want to say. But I'm really trying to get my words together. I want to really make sure I do this justice. Alright. So, when you're going from being poor to being rich, you want to avoid the greed trap, because if you've lived all your life in poverty, in being in not enough, but then you finally get put in a position where it's you go from not enough to more than enough, you want to avoid the greed trap, because what the greed trap does is it tempts you into getting anything and everything you want, which might not seem bad, but the problem with the greed trap is you over self-indulge. All right, think about it like this. Imagine all your life you've been told what you can and can't eat. You've been told how much you can eat, how much you can eat. And then you finally go from that to now you can eat whatever you want. And it's there's no restrictions, no limitations. But what you gotta do is you gotta avoid the gluttony trap. From going from not being able to eat what you want to being able to eat what you want. You gotta avoid the gluttony trap, because you don't want to overindulge yourself. Bite off more than what you can chew. You don't want to get more than what you can handle. You don't want to get more than what's yours. Because if you do that, you're essentially fattening yourself. But two, it's it's you're consuming more than what was, what's the word? I'm trying to think. Give me a moment. You're consuming more than what you were meant to have. And when you do that, that's when you get problems. That's when you start to feel lazy or lethargic, or that's when you start to feel that's when you start to not feel good, health-wise. That's when you start basically it's your routines are getting thrown off. It's you basically got to adjust to that new life. You got to do it in a proper way. Otherwise, if you go from one extreme to the other, especially very quickly, it can and will destroy you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's there's two extremes. There's one extreme of not being able to do what you want to do, and it's you feel miserable and angry because it's you want to do what you want to do, but it's you're being forced or hindered into doing something that it's you're being forced to live a certain way that makes you unhappy. And then it's you finally get out of that, and now you're in a place where it's you can do what you want, but you gotta be careful. You don't do stuff that can get you in trouble potentially, or just anything that can cause you harm. There's two extremes. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's two extremes to the whole side. Same thing with poverty and wealth. It's you go from one extreme of being in poverty all your life, and it's all your life you've been in lack and you've been in survival mode all your life to now you go from being in a place where it's like you're thriving, but you're not used to this, so you just consume anything and everything, and you start to you take more than what's rightfully yours, and it's like you're withholding things from people that are in need. You're not sharing, and then like worst of all, it's like when enough people do this, it's like it kind of like really messes with the whole economy, and like it puts pressure on like instead of the rich being responsible for sharing and all that, it's like it puts pressure on people who aren't rich, like people who are in the middle class. It like basically forces them to, it puts the pressure on them to have to pick up the slack for everybody who's not sharing. But the worst part is, it's like, not only do the people who are self-indulging don't feel good, but it's like people who are trying to take care of themselves, are trying to take care of people. It's like, now they're struggling. It's like, it's basically a no-win situation, pretty much. It's like, you basically gotta like, what I'm trying to say is, when you go from one extreme to the other, you gotta adjust. You gotta get the right help to adjust properly to that. Otherwise, you're not gonna be ready for the new. You're not gonna be ready for the new transition, and it's gonna really wreck you to shreds. Like it'll catch you by surprise, and if you're not careful, it could take you out potentially. That's kind of what I was trying to say. So, yeah, when you go from not enough to more than enough, you want to avoid the greed trap, because the greed trap could potentially like pull you away and have you over consuming and overindulging, and it's like you don't feel good. But then worst of all, it's like people around you aren't doing too hot either, and it's like instead of helping them, it's like you're just looking out for yourself. It's like you kind of want to help. You kind of want to do your part to like help as many people as you can. It's like when you get out of a bad situation, try to help people get out of it. Don't just leave them there to die. That's kind of what Peter was trying to reiterate to Miguel O'Hara, or what I was trying to reiterate to the whole society team. It's like, we can't just ignore the fact that people are in trouble. It's like, we got to do something to help them. We can't just sit there and watch them suffer and not do anything about it. It's like, we got to do something to help them, man. Alright, I think that was a good one. I think that was a good way to explain it, so I'm going to get ready to head out now. There's something else I got to do, so yeah. Just take it easy and avoid the trap. Avoid the greed trap. Avoid the greed trap. Don't overconsume, because, like, yeah, you're gonna really do yourself wrong. Like, you're gonna really harm yourself. And try to help people, man. And I feel like the whole reason for people being put in situations that they're in, where it's like they're prospering and they're able to like do things and take dominion over their life and like live a way that's like no longer be hindered with what they can and can't do. It's like the whole purpose of that is to help others as well. Not only to live the life you want to live, but to empower other people to live that life too. Because the truth is, nobody likes being dictated and lorded over their life. Nobody likes being controlled or ruled. We're all meant to live life on our own terms. We're all supposed to take dominion over our life. We're supposed to be our own boss. We're supposed to be we're supposed to be living life our way, doing what we enjoy, and living life based off how we want to live it, not having other things or other people or whatever, other systems or other forms of oppression like rule us. We're not supposed to be ruled. We're not slaves, man. Like, we're not supposed to be put in bondage to slavery. We were never designed to be slaves. We were designed to live as free people. So, with that being said, I'm gonna head out now. Alright, take care. Hope you all do well. And remember that. Peace out, in Jesus' name. Spider-Man out.